Today's video, I will cover the summary checklist for the Summer Food Service Program online application. Again, this is your login page. Click Summer Food Service Program. And of course, I always check the program year to make sure the correct one is selected. Search. And I'm going to be demoing a fictitious sponsor. Click on Applications, Application Packet. And since the last video, I have gone in and completed the application, but I'm still not able to submit. What I'm trying to get to is for that red box or this box to light up in red, submit for approval. And we're not quite there yet. So the last thing I need to do, I've completed the sponsor application, the management plan, the food production facility list. The budget detail was the last portion of the application completed. So now, and it's still not allowing us to approve, and it's because we need to upload documents. So click on Details on Checklist Summary, and you will see with this sponsor, there are 38 possible document uploads on the sponsor level, and then another 13 on the site level. So let's start with the sponsor. And you will see here's the complete list of possible document uploads that you will have to complete before submitting the application. I don't know if you recall, but this sponsor that we're working on is a private nonprofit. So all of the items listed here could potentially be forms that need to be uploaded for private nonprofit organizations. So what we did this year is allow you to be able to submit your application with not all of these forms being uploaded. So in the 25 application, sponsoring organizations had to submit or upload a document for every single one listed here, whether or not that document applied to that particular sponsor. So we know that was a bit too much to ask sponsors to do. And what we did this year is you can actually submit this document without uploading documents. Now, it is going to come back to you if you do that, but I do want to tell you that you can do that. So, what I would strongly recommend you do is on the actual application, this is the production side of the application. So, this is the live version that you will be using to submit your application. I am actually working in the test application. So, again, this is the live version, and you can find that under Applications and Document, Download Documents. If you scroll to the bottom of that download documents, you will see these various checklists. Download and print those checklists based on the kind of sponsoring organization you are, and it will help you determine which documents you need to upload on the online application. For instance, if you're a school system, you don't have to upload the Secretary of State business license. So it's just specific to the type of organization you are. So that will be the first thing I would recommend you do is go to applications, download download documents, find this checklist, download it, print it, and go through it manually at first to determine what documents you need to upload. Get those documents completed. Many of them can be found here. Others are not found here. For instance, your HACCP plan. You won't find your HACCP plan here. That's something you're going to have to provide to us. But if you have, for instance, everyone has to upload the public release. So there's some documents here that apply to all sponsors, and you need to be able to find those based on your checklist. You can find some of those forms here. Others are forms that you as a sponsoring organization will need to create or provide us a copy of. So I'm going to go back to UAT, and here are 38 possible documents. And I am going to say that I do have my Alabama Secretary of State business entity record. And just for the sake of this demonstration, I'm also going to say I have my annual sponsored training certification. And that's all I'm going to upload right now. I'm going to save that, and I'm going to go back and edit. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually upload those two documents. Okay, click on the paperclip, choose File, and I need to get into my download. And I have a few test documents here. I'm just going to select that one, open, and save. Okay. If I go back to Finish, you'll see that that document appears here. Okay. And the next one I'm going to upload, click the paperclip, choose File, Test, open, and save. And that's my second document. And I do want to show you this one. So I am also going to click on the miscellaneous. And the reason I'm doing that is because when you click on one of these documents, that title of that document will appear here. But if you click on miscellaneous, it doesn't. So I'm going to click that I'm going to add a miscellaneous document on the paperclip. Choose my test document. And for miscellaneous, if you will put in the comment section the title of that document. So I am going to call this my area eligibility document, and click Save. And you will see it's going to say miscellaneous, and it tells me what document I'm uploading. That will make it so much easier for you and easier for us too as we're going through your checklist to make sure you've provided us with all documentation. So I'm going to save that. And now what you'll see is of the 38 documents, I've actually uploaded or submitted, haven't quite submitted, it says submitted, but it's still in your possession, 3 documents. So if I go back and I click on all of these documents submitted to state agency, and I'm not going to upload any additional documents, I'm just going to click on these. Take me a little bit to do it. Should be a select all button, I think. Okay, so I clicked on all of them. I'm not going to upload any additional documents. Click Save and go to Finish. And now you see it says total items 38, total submitted 38. And that, of course, they haven't been approved because you haven't sent it to the state agency yet. So again, you can send your application through without uploading documents in each one of those line items. The same thing applies for the site document. And I also wanted to show you there is a site document checklist on the application download docs, and you'll need to click that to find out what application documents you'll need to upload as well. So back to the testing platform. And again, we said this was a private nonprofit organization. I do know that this organization was, because it's a new site, so I'm going to click that I'm going to upload my pre-approval site visit. They want to do non-congregate meals. So that public notification of non-congregate meals is going to be there, and it is an unaffiliated site. So those are the 3 that I'm going to select just for demonstration purposes. Save. Gonna go back now and add those documents. Do it exactly the same way. Click on the paperclip, select your document, and this one, open, save, and we have one more. Oops, save. Okay, now let's finish. So those 3 documents have been uploaded, and I'm just gonna save here because I always feel nervous if I don't save enough. So now I'm just going to select document submitted to state agency for all of these others, even though I'm not uploading anything for those. Okay. And it tells me 13 items, 13 submitted. State agency hasn't approved any of them. Now, when we go back to the application packet, you'll see submit for approval. Okay. So that brings me to the end of the checklist summary. Just remember, I strongly recommend printing that checklist from the application document download. Complete all the documents that you need to complete. Go to the summary checklist, upload those documents. The ones that you're not uploading, click that you're submitting them to the state agency and it will allow you to submit. Okay. So I'm going to click now on submit for approval. And then it has come to me. And when I get it at the state agency, this is what it will look like. Thank you very much. And that is the end of the presentation regarding the summary checklist.